this story, I saw this and I thought it was entertaining. So why don't we just start at the beginning, okay? So they have a trend on TikTok called the Man of the Year, and it's basically women kind of shitting on their exes for some of the horrible things that they did. So one guy does the Woman of the Year, okay, and the video kind of goes viral. So this is the text message that he shows. That's not fair. I was drunk and my mouth was already too full to tell them to chill out. So that is a crazy text message. Everyone's like, what happened? So he goes on to tell the story.
Y'all wanted story time, so here it is. So I've been dating this girl, hot and heavy for a minute. It was like a year plus. So a lot of time started passing, and, she started, going out without me. Before, she wouldn't go out at all without me. But all of a sudden, she decided that, hey, I want to go out with my homegirls. And I wasn't trying to be, a controlling boyfriend or anything. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Just, let me know where you're going and what you're doing, and, there's no problem. And so, as a good boyfriend, would just
good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yay.
Play Rocket League all night, because I didn't really like going out too much. Then one night, it was my friend's birthday, so they were begging me to go out with them, bro. They're begging me. So I finally said yes. I was like, so I told her I was going out, right? And Shorty said, no, don't go out. I was like, bro, who do you think you are? So obviously that started an argument, such and such. We were mad at each other, so on and so forth. And then we both went out. So they decided to take me to this big ass party, right? And
if I was on TikTok, I would have scrolled on this nigga already. But this nigga taking too long.
I was bored as I had nothing to do. So I just went on my phone and I ended up looking at my girl's location, right? So I'm looking at my phone and it says that she's right where I am. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. So now I stand up and I'm at this party just looking around for her, trying to figure out where the fuck she's at. And as I'm walking around, I look to the stairs and I just see her walking upstairs in between two niggas. One of them's leading her, holding her hand, and the other one's behind her, holding her hand. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, oh nah, bro, there's no way that's my girl.
Something's gotta.
I was curious. I decided to walk upstairs and follow them up, cause I was clueless at the time. I had no clue, bro.
Tight shit.
I really didn't think anything of it when I really should have from the get. But I'm walking upstairs and I see them go into a room and close the door. And that's when I ran into one of my homeboys, bro. And me and him just started chatting it up. And it's one of those unskippable cutscenes that you can't get out of. Bro, it's chatting. So maybe 10, 15 minutes pass and I finally get out this conversation with bro. And I start walking towards the room and I open the door, bro, because it's my fucking girl. And as I open the door, bro, I see one hair shit from the back.
You get an Eiffel Towered, essentially.
I don't know what that is.
Picture the Eiffel Tower.
All right.
Harris, anyone?
She balled so hard, my would have gagged you. First bitch gotta shag you.
That shit crazy.
Eiffel Tower? I don't even know what it means. It means she's provocative. No, she ain't. She make the people go and ball so hard.
This nigga is lit right now.
It's not ball so hard, it's ball so deep.
These are having fun, bro.
Literally.
This guy here and a dude just barely. Not to be fair, this guy, it happened to him years ago, so.
I'm having a field trip. She's having a field day. All right.
Now, she just fielding nicks.
Yes, all right.
And I'm talking some crazy words. These are going at it, bro.
How long was he standing in this doorway?
I feel like, cause I feel like if you really love her, you gotta see it. You gotta make sure you look at it for a little bit longer than what you would like, because sometime down the line, you may forget and you may want to take her back, and the memory has to be so clear. You have to really sometimes you gotta tell yourself to lock in to remember something. So I've had core moments where I lock in and remember this. This is gonna be this is one of the moments. I remember that. And so you really gotta look at your shorty doing that, getting Eiffel Tower by two niggas, wow, that's crazy.
Cause listen, I couldn't see myself walking in on my girl cheating and be like, Let me observe. Okay, technique. Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta go.
but
It's not that. You just gotta feel it. You gotta let the hurt seep in. Like, you gotta let the pain overwhelm you. That's what it is.
Either
no, but the picture, like he's describing the picture, so it takes a long time. But it takes 1 second to understand, like, this thing. You know, if you hear if your girl hearing, you know what I mean? You hear
there's
this.
nothing to hear if her mouth is full. No one does that, but
I wouldn't know. I never been to Paris.
Like, I have no clue what to say or think. Like, these are stuck in time. I just left, bro. I turned around, closed the door, and left. So I just told my homeboys that I was leaving, bro. I low-key told them they're gonna have to Uber home because I ended up driving because I don't really drink or nothing like that. So I'm driving home, right? It's like 30 minutes into my drive. Where I was at was far as away. Shorty has the audacity to text me and say, "Hey, do you want to come over when I'm done here?"
Aren't you tired? Like, don't you need some rest, some Gatorade? Damn, she really got maxed out badges. That's crazy. First of all, upon me getting into the car, she would have been blocked on everything. Blocked on blocked on the phone, blocked on Insta, blocked on TikTok, blocked on Twitter, blocked on Facebook, blocked on Insta, blocked on Snapchat, blocked and deleted number. Everything. She would have been I would have deleted all the pictures of her. I would have just act like she don't exist. Like, yo, like, what happened to you and your girl? Like, I don't see her no more. Who? I don't got a girl. Tiffany. What are you talking? I don't know no Tiffany, big dog. I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong nigga. Yo, you got a girl named Tiffany? No, I don't know. But this nigga tripping. I don't know no Tiffany, bro. You tripping, bro? Looked at whoa. Yo, calm down for it be an altercation. I don't want it to be an altercation, but you about to take it there. I said I don't know no Tiffany, and if I said I don't know no Tiffany, then that means what? I don't know no Tiffany. Like, let's not make it more than what it is. I said I don't know her. Let's move on. Play the fucking dominoes. Niggas waiting on you to play dominoes. It's your turn. Fuck is you talking about?
But she didn't see you, so she don't know. You know what I mean? When I'm done here, goggle, you want to come over?
I mean, you're assuming she didn't see him. She might have.
Maybe.
Some people just do denial.
Yeah.
They will do something foul to you and then try to walk past it like nothing happened. And sometimes that works.
Come on.
I've known people who've been cheated on, and when the person that cheated on them comes by, they act like nothing happened, and both of them act like nothing happened. Because sometimes denying reality is easier. I mean, think about him. He didn't do anything in the moment. He just left
Yeah, which is
because
the
he
right
couldn't
thing to do.
accept. Right?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You did the right thing.
Yeah.
Staying there, beating the dude, whatever.
What if they beat you up and they naked? So you getting slapped
Damn.
up by niggas with their balls out.
Yeah, 2v, especially a 2v1. There's no point fighting the nigga though. Like, I guess it might feel better in the moment. Like, if a nigga fuck your girl and you whoop his ass, I think you probably would feel a little bit better. You probably would feel a little bit better, honestly. But it's a gamble because what if he whoop your ass? Now, if he whoop your ass, that means he was justified in that means she was justified in fucking that nigga. Cause he's obviously the alpha male. Obviously, he whipped your ass, right? So it's like, now you got your ass whooped, and your bitch got fucked. That's like, damn, I ain't gonna lie. That make a nigga wanna be a TOS boy.
You out cold, your girl stretched out, and they got an opportunity to teabag you while you were asleep.
Imagine.
That's Call of Duty.
Imagine they knock you out, and then they still finish the job.
Yeah.
And then you wake up.
Or what if, bro? What if?
Stop, cause I already know where it's stop. I already know where it's going, bruh. I'm about to take it too far, bruh. I already know where Preach took it. That's all right, but that's it.
And then you're like, you wake up, and they're like, so who wants round two?
Nah, that's crazy. What if they beating it up? They be like, "You ready?" Bitch? Then he about to bust. They pull out and they bust on him.
Oh my God! No, you're a step further.
But that's the humiliation thing.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it.
Right.
That's a
He
ritual.
would have loved that. Then he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Bah, 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 get knocked out. They finish on Cassie and they nut on him. And they're like, oh, can you rub that shit on my nipples while you?
Diddy is a vibe.
All right, in the room, I got two people. I got Diddy and Sneaker. That's the two people I got in there.
Then I pressed her about it. I called her. I told her exactly what happened. And that text message that y'all saw on the post, on my last post, that was what she had to say about that. She didn't say shit else to defend herself.
That's crazy. So you get confronted. She says, my mouth was too full to tell him to chill out. So she did see him.
Nah, because the thing that y'all are really failing to understand is that I walked into the room to witness my shorty just getting the works. This shit really had me with my fists clenched, standing in a doorway like this, bro.
God, this visual's crazy.
And the only reason why I turned and walked away is because I've had some shit like this happen before. Except with the last girl, I caught her car. You know, this time, I just had to let it slide and walk away. That's just because the last time, that fade was inescapable, my nigga. Because that time, it just felt too personal. You see, this time, I just realized she's just a slut.
Fair. I think it's one time that this is inappropriate. People come out, and they're like, wait. So people see this video, goes viral, okay? Then people see it, and they're like, well, wait. So you guys were at a party, folks were drinking, and then she had this threesome. Did you ever consider the fact that she was too drunk and she couldn't consent? People basically like, so basically you saw your girl getting SA'd, and you did nothing. And this is the viral response that went viral.
Bitches just be saying anything, bro. I'm sick of bitches just talking, bro. Like I feel like you can't. I feel like there should be certain punishments to saying certain shits, like certain things of certain levels of idiocy.
Some girl guys. The most popular guy version of this trend features his girlfriend apologizing for what was clearly her getting essayed by multiple men while drunk. They're basically saying, clearly she couldn't consent in this because she was being forced. And if you look through his comments on the TikTok, it's crazy. So you realize she was essayed, right? 51,000. I was drunk, mouth too full to tell them to stop. Sounds consensual to you? So she was taking. Taken advantage of and filmed without her consent. You should have been calling the police. And then this guy kept hearing that shit, so I guess he got annoyed. He goes, she definitely knew what she was doing because she texted him after the fact. And she wrote, I'm sorry I hurt you the way I did. I just felt like our relationship wasn't going anywhere, especially with both of us going off to college. I just felt like it's fair that I want to go live my life.
Yeah, no, it's not essay. Okay, cool. Shut it down.
And some of the girls, actually, one of the girls who actually left a comment before replied again. She says, yeah, if you blame me for getting essayed, I'd say the relationship is over too.
Okay, please, like, man. All right, I don't even know what to say. Like,
no, she thought it was over before. See, like, yeah.
No, don't try to frame it.
She still got SA'd. So this guy got annoyed by this, so then he calls her.
Hello?
Hello?
So I kind of, like, posted a TikTok of, like, just a screenshot of some shit you said to me, like, right before.
I saw.
First off, there's just a lot of people saying that, like, and first off, I don't know if that was the case, and if that's what happened, I'm sorry for the way I reacted, and I could have reacted differently.
I mean, honestly, I shouldn't have done it, but I also put myself in that situation, and I consented, so it.
Is there more? Do you have more to say in the comments? Do you have more to say in the comments, bro? Or is it just you're gonna just keep on keeping on? Like, come on, bro.
Nothing that, like.
Wrap it up.
So
honestly, I don't know why I did it.
Why did you though? Because
She said she don't know.
like, we're in a 3-year relationship, dude. Like,
Part of the reason might be because, you call her bro and dude. But you
Now she's bro. She's not even bro. She's just somebody that I used to know.
told me that shit was weird.
Yeah. My girl, no.
Your girl's not your bro and your dude?
Boys being boys.
I'm saying that shit is gay as bro. Whenever someone tells me they have a significant other that's a female, I'm like, so that's your bro? They're like, yeah, gay.
You just call me brother. Does that mean that you're gonna fuck me? What?
Yeah, but when I say it, it's different.
Really?
Don't ever make that shit gay. This is camaraderie. This is bonding. This is us getting ready for war.
Type shit.
How did this happen though? Like, how do you end up having a fucking threesome, bro?
I don't know. I was just there,
Just
we
wanted to
started
fuck.
talking, and one thing led to another, and
I just wanted to get
they
fucked.
asked the question, and I said, sure, why not? Fuck it. And
Fuck it. And then I was fucking it. What you want me to say? I mean, him asking these questions, we'll keep playing it, but honestly, it's just...
No, we're good. I think we're good. The what we needed to like.
Hold on. I want to hear more because it's turning me on.
we were in an argument at the time, and I don't know, I wasn't thinking.
I get it though. Sometimes when I find my girl, I'm like, I just need other now. You ever think that?
Better not piss me off.
Whoa.
I barely drank that night either, so
You're not
That's why I
helping.
keep playing. That's why I keep
You're not
playing.
helping.
For my reaction and for the facts.
Oh my god, dude.
You're not helping.
yeah, I had a few drinks, but
I was lucid.
I
Thanks
wanted
for rubbing
that.
it in my fucking face. Like, what?
my bad.
Shout out to her. That's actually funny. Hey, listen, I'll be honest. Yeah, when I cheat back then,
Bro, what do you want her to do? What do you mean you first of all, you called and asked her to so walk me through what happened that night. What do you want her to say? She's giving you all the facts. If you didn't want to hear about it, why the fuck did you call? But hey, quick question. Did you consent that night? Oh yeah, I consented. Alright, bye. Why do you still have her? Bro, she would have been blocked on everything, bro. But maybe niggas don't really be caring about they shorty in relationships like that. Maybe niggas don't really be giving a fuck. You're like, alright, whatever. Like, she cheated, alright, whatever. It's on to the next bitch. Fuck it. I actually wanted to fuck this bitch. Anyway, so now I get to do that. I'm actually geeked. Like, imagine being geeked when you're shorty fucking another nigga. Like, yes, I finally get to fuck other bitches. Like, let's go. Nah, that's what.
I was consenting. I was super sober. Only had a few drinks. I don't know, man. What you want to say? She didn't hold back none of the details. She didn't try to soften the blow.
But yes, and we want accountability. She was there. So
she owned it.
So I am mad at it.
Because she could have easily been on that call. Yeah, I was
Yup.
essayed, you're a piece of shit. And he would have been able to say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give her credit for that at the very least.
Did this shit happen before? Like, bro, how many fucking times did you do this shit?
Be 100% transparent. It's never happened to me, so I don't know. I've never caught somebody, never found out cheating happened, so not my experience. Personally, if my significant other that I really loved cheated on me, one, I'm packing, I'm leaving. Two, if we have a conversation, I'm not gonna ask how many times or whatever it is. I don't care.
He's young.
You confirmed what happened? What happened? That's it.
Would I ask how many times it happened? I might be curious. It depends. If I'm still like grieving, I may not. But if I'm not grieving no more, I'll be like, all right. So how many times I happened? 4? Nah, you're really a slut. You're really a whore. Like, you got Eiffel Towered 4 times, and how many times did you just cheat on me regular? 7? Wow. You could have gave me an STD. I should really, like, if I ever see you in the street ever again, I will really knock the Sonic coins out you. Like, in the most disrespectful way. Like, you're literally scum of the earth. Like, you put my health in jeopardy, not to mention my feelings. And you never said sorry. Wow, it's alright. You know what? I'm not even gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, what goes around comes around. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna get yours. You know, the vengeance is Lord's, not mine.
And I'm out. But that's me. Asking how many times all these details are gonna make it substantially worse.
But how many times
Yeah.
did a superhero mess with your pum pum with a 10-inch car? When you say that you cheated on me, was it over a duration longer than one session?
No, but it's just like when I hear people ask all these details, I feel like they're trying to find ways in their own head to stay with the person.
No, it's really closure. I think it's closure. It's like you're trying to find something to you know when someone wants to be pissed off and is not pissed, he hasn't been pissed off enough, so he keeps on going. Yeah, but
You not pissed off enough? You don't think he's pissed off enough after seeing that? It's one thing to hear about it, like, yeah, you know, I got fucked by these 2 guys. But you walked in and saw that. Like, if I hear about it, that's one thing. But seeing it, I'll never be able to really delete the image out of my head. That's not enough hurt.
Yeah, but hey, it's done. It's not gonna undo itself. No closure is gonna come from that. Nothing.
I agree. That's why I don't think it's about closure. Asking, is it bigger than mine? It's not closure. Is that closure?
No, but they're trying to justify the why. The why. So what's why? So what happened? Give me some more. You know what I mean? They turn into Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but them asking these questions is not about closure. It's about the fact that they can't get over it. And it is not to cure that. This is just like, I'm hurt and I don't know what to do. Personally, the only people who I ever see ask all these additional questions are people who want to stay in the dynamic. That's it. Or people want to find their way back. What is closure from something?
Well, I think if this wasn't recorded and he wasn't putting it up on TikTok, then I would probably agree with you. But since he's making a TikTok out of it, I feel like it makes sense to fuck it. Like, I might as well make content out of it. Like, all right, so how many niggas you fuck? Damn, like, okay, that'd be good for the video. But if it's just one-on-one, no recording, and you're just asking how many niggas you fucked, I would be more inclined to believe to agree with you.
Somebody else beyond the fact that like things weren't working. I wasn't happy in the dynamic. You weren't doing what I needed. I agree with you. It's in order to fix something inside of them.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't think it's to move on. I think it's to tether themselves to that other person. But that's where we're gonna disagree. To me, what I've always seen is the person who cheated had generally most of the control, or like at least they were more liked. Because you can hear it in this voice. She doesn't give a fuck.
Not a single
does.
fuck.
I think you're right.
And I think that dynamic was even in the relationship. So you have this dynamic where she don't respect whatever it is, and then they're doing this kind of like closure, and you hear them even now, years later. It's like, oh, she really had you in the palm of her hand.
Yeah.
If she really tried, I could see this dude getting back with him.
Bro, how many fucking times did you do this shit?
She's thinking! She's thinking! She's thinking! She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it, big dog.
How many times did you do this shit?
This silence right here, from here to here, this was the loudest silence I ever heard in my life. I'm just gonna be real. The shit blew up my eardrums.
It's just this time.
Okay, that sounded like a lie. If you need
That's
to take
a
that
lie.
line,
That's a lie.
you just have to think about it.
That's a lie.
How?
And then okay, let's,
No, it's the.
it's like she's gargling right now.
I think no, you know.
So you put that shit on your
Obviously,
fucking mom's life, bro.
See, he's
doesn't-
too emotionally
All
invested.
right, yeah, I can't co-sign because now it's more than TikTok at this point. Now you're actually you literally rage baited yourself. For what reason? I don't know.
Yeah.
He would 100% get back with her.
Yeah.
You think? So?
obviously, like, there's been scenarios where it's gotten close, but
What the do you mean gotten close, bro? We're in a long-term relationship.
Yeah, he's like he's
No,
deeply
and he's hurt.
yeah, because she's in a new relationship now. So this is, I still feel like he wants to be with her. That's the energy this shit's giving. Yes, he's hurt, but the energy it's giving is
You gotta pray that off, my boy. Bro, the flesh is desperately wicked, bro. Desperately. Like, do you know what it means to be desperately wicked? Like, desperately wicked. Like, dying, thirsting, urge, like, need will go and do anything to be wicked. Desperately wicked. You having feelings for this girl when you saw what she did and she telling you that, like, whatever, it's happened multiple times, whatever. That's wicked, bro. That you gotta whip that flesh in submission, bro. That's crazy, bro. You gotta pray, bro. You gotta pray that off, bro. You gotta pray that off.
y'all come back to this.
Because the thing is that when situations like that happen, like the person wants you to understand how hurt they are. They want to be like, do you understand what? And because she's acting like, hey, it is what it is. He's like, no, you don't understand how I'm hurt. You need to understand how I'm hurt.
Why?
That's how they have closure. Or you like you said, maybe they want to go back, or maybe it's still hooked up and everything and stuff.
I promise you, she said, you know what, I hurt you, and I'm sorry for that. It would never be enough.
No, oftentimes it is never enough. Often, you're right.
This does not
We
sound like
agree.
someone who's
We
like,
agree.
if you understood my pain, I'd be. No, it doesn't.
No,
this
no.
is somebody who
No.
wants them to care. I agree with the thing that you're saying, which is what's on the surface, and we also agree that it's not going to work. I think we agree on those two things,
Yeah, we
correct?
agree on that.
I'm really just talking about what it is that they're actually aiming to do, whether they're conscious of it or not. He doesn't even know his intention. He's just doing things.
We agree.
Okay.
Yeah. We say that.
Yeah.
He's just trying shit. He's
Yes.
just, yo, feel something.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's doing everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. You know, I guess it's like, okay, I'm just trying to put myself in his shoes. Like, if my girl or if my ex-girl, like, cheated on me and that was the reason we broke up, and then, you know, years later I call her and I was like, hey, you know, like, whatever, and then we get into this conversation and she's telling me all this shit and she don't even care. I guess, yeah, I would have probably gotten successfully rage baited, because it's like, how can you not care? I guess if you really would have cared, you would have never did it, and that's the truth of the situation. That's the fact of the matter. But it's like, how could you not? Like, you have no remorse in your voice, no sorry. I don't even think she said sorry. How was that even possible? How do you just, like, we were together for 3 years and you actually don't give a fuck about me? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have nothing to say. I mean, I fucked up.
But you're like acting like you don't care. It's not like you're acting like it doesn't matter.
Because she doesn't.
She moved on.
That's it.
She moved on.
And, you know, hey, young fella.
She moved on far before that night. She moved on. Let's be real.
It hurts.
So you're taking time to have moved on for 2-3 years, however long it's been. She moved on way before then, bruh. She moved on. I don't even know if she was ever there to move on. She might have never been there. You probably was like, yo, you want to be my girl? She was probably like, sure, why not? You want to get Eiffial Towered? Sure, why not? Just sure, why not?
But this is gonna lesson that you're gonna have to learn in time. If somebody don't want you, don't sit there asking why. After the first couple times they say they don't want you, you gotta just move the on. That's for everyone at home, every age group.
Don't be a backstreet boy. Tell me why.
Facts.
Leave.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
What I take.
It's not enough.
It's not. But hey,
we
listen,
agree.
That was not a genuine. If she genuinely was like, you know what, like, you know, I really am sorry I hurt you, and you know, it's been eating me up all this time. I really wish I didn't. I'm so sorry I did that. I give you my sincerest apology. I don't think he would have reacted. She was like, sorry. Like, that's not a sincere apology.
On most part, we agree.
yeah, I think you and I are not far off on this. I agree. There's a couple differences. There's cheating. There's the psychology of things involved. People are going to disagree. People are going to read into intentions, whatever they want. This video is interesting because, like you saw, the dude comes up with the story. Everyone's like, essay right away. Listen, people on TikToks, a lot of them brain dead. Men, women, this is brain dead. People hear a story, immediately they go to the one and ever fucking narrative fits her. Maybe she was, I say, maybe she wasn't. There's nothing there to say she was. But the fact that people just assume like the worst of crime happened, guys, I need you guys to just accept the fact that people go to parties and do nasty shit with a lot of consent. You heard her reason why I just wanted to. I have seen enough people do some nasty shit in those early age house parties where I'm like, y'all saying all this is non.
That's so bold, though. I mean, I guess it is. I guess it's not. But it's just like, hey, like, how do you even propose that? Like, what is? I want to hear the conversation of like how that happened. Like, hey, how you doing? Can I buy you a drink? Oh, you look nice tonight. Oh, you got a boyfriend? Mooty woo. I don't think niggas is asking that, because I mean, listen, man. First of all, if you're asking to Eiffel Tower, right, or whatever, if you're asking for a threesome, whatever, it's probably not your first one. Right? I don't think you ask your way into your first one. I feel like it kind of just rolls out for you, and you're kind of like, fuck it. And then after that, you're like, hold on, that shit was kind of heat. And then you start asking. But if you're doing that, most likely, like, there's a good chance you're doing that to somebody's girlfriend. So I don't think you ask that. So, like, how does that conversation go? Like, do you give them compliments? Like, what do you even do? Like, How do you even set that up? Like, you gotta feel her vibe. Like, yo, like, I don't even know. I'm so that's so opposite of everything that I stand for. And that's so opposite of everything and how I move in general, and with women especially. I with women, I'm just definitely like a slow burn type of dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to get a girl's mind first. Like, I don't like just casually fucking a girl, especially no threesome. You know, I like to have a connection. So I'm just curious how that happens.
Consensual are f***ing bugging. There's women who like trains ran on them. Surprisingly, a lot of you can't believe it, but I'm telling you, maybe it's because of their past. Maybe it's because they didn't have a dad. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Whatever
but
it
they're like,
is.
let me suck all these dicks. All these dicks.
Say that again.
No. He already got clipped.
The same way I can't understand why somebody would cause a car accident and blame it on the person they did, I can't understand why somebody wants a train ran on them. But people are shameless. People are everything. And I don't even care. It happens.
Well, sometimes train rides are good. You know what I mean? The scenery and shit. You got a comfortable seat. Choo choo.
Yo, the smell in that room.
It smells like butt ass.
Ugh. Ugh. Tell them where to go. Ugh. Concoction of y'all just gotta stop doing that shit. Ugh. And yeah, men and women, they do nasty shit out here in these streets.
Yeah.
So, and let me know if y'all agree with this. It almost feels like it's a cry for like, do you still want this? That's been my personal experience. It is very rare that your ex.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so, but it could be. I wouldn't put it past him.
Can give you
The fact that you still have her number. The fact that you still have her number and it's saved. It's either saved or you remembered it. And if you remembered it, I mean, that's bad too. So you have her number. Why would you have her number? If I'm ever scrolling through my contacts list and I see your name, I'm going to get reminded of it. Why would I ever delete? So you might be right, just mainly off of that.
Sure. I'm not saying it's not possible. Because there's some instances where it makes sense.
Back to the
and
Future.
most of the times when people get answers, they're unsatisfied. They thought it would feel better, they don't. So it's an interesting thing to want that and to seek that out. You know, I've just seen so many couples on and off, get back together, break up, years apart, get back together, and they're always in the back of your mind. I'm like, I just don't believe exes that reach out to each other on a consistent basis do so with like very pure intentions. Vast majority of the time, it's, can we still make this work? You're still the one I feel like got away. I see you through rose-tinted glasses. I ignore all the bad parts of the past, but I see the good parts, and it felt stronger with you than it does with the current person. Like, it's just in my experience very messy and very much like, can we?
So you wouldn't let your girl go see your ex?
There'd definitely be some questions because that's really weird. There are circumstances that could make me think like, okay, for example, let's say they were together for a long time, had a miscarriage, it broke them apart, they stopped talking. That's something that can tether you to somebody over a child that I could understand.
Man.
I try not to be like, no, I would never live. I'm like, having lived it to this age, I've heard stories where it's like, that's unconventional, but I could understand. Generally, the answer would be, I wouldn't let you. It's like, this is inappropriate, right? That would be my response to that. But there
This
are
is inappropriate.
circumstances where I'm like, I get it. Maybe a funeral.
Back to the Future.
So that's why I don't want to say no, but generally no. But I'm not the type of person who's like, you can't do this. I'm like, listen, for me, I'm not comfortable with this. If you're going to still try to do this knowing I'm not comfortable, having had this conversation and you don't have a very justifiable reason for why you're doing this,
That might be a problem.
that's a big red line for me. What about you?
It depends for what.
Okay.
Again, same.
Back in the
same.
Future.
Okay.
Same. Sorry, I don't have the power to make someone not do something. I don't have that power. You want to fucking do it? Yeah, do it. I'm gonna have the conversation about that shit.
Good.
I'm gonna be like,
The fact that she knew she was recorded, that this is probably going to end up online, she said all that shit, shout out to her. She did some foul shit.
the
so you don't-
accountability is great.
Yeah, you don't take away what the she did.
No, but
she didn't shy away from it.
No.
She didn't throw him under the bus with the essay such like, yo, listen, I hurt you. I fucked up.
she held it. She held it like, with her cojones. All the
She held it like a G. She held it like a G, and you the one being all emotional. And it's not bad to be emotional, but
cojones that she was holding at that night.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And even though that shit was years ago, this dude's still not over it.
No, he's not.
You could feel that. I'm not going to get mad at him for it. People react to this kind of stuff very differently, but
my dude, I wish to you the best. I
Literally,
wish
the best.
to you to have a Daniel Bedingfield year and life. You're gonna get through this.
You're gonna get through this.
I think you've done like 7 songs.
I know, bro. I don't even know why.
Karaoke with Preach.
I know. Karaoke preach.
Preach.
Disney